All right, welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about this massive Tesla discount on the Model 3, the Model Y, S, and X that just got released last night, pretty late, like 7:30 p.m. PST. And we're going to talk about, is it actually working? Is this pushing you over to the edge to buy a Tesla? Is this discount enough? Are people out there, scrambling to go and find a vehicle off the lots or put an order in and delivery and things like that? And are the inventory charts actually going down or not? So we're going to jump into it. We'll take a look at what our usual suspects and data sources. But before we do that, let's roll that intro real quick. Thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. We make two to three videos a day now at this point regarding Tesla content. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. Today, I'm going to do it a little bit different style. I think I'm going to stream for so I usually make 3 to 4 videos, and I, stop and then start and then stop and then start. But I think today I'm going to just stream for the full, 30 to 40 minutes that actually takes. I'm going to try and segment it up, the different 3 topics that I'm going to talk about, and then cut it up after. Hopefully it makes sense that what I'm saying, and hopefully it's a better experience for all of you, because I know it could be kind of annoying for me to end the stream and then start again, and then you have to kind of find wherever it is or whatever and all that stuff. But today's video, this first section we're going to talk about is the massive Tesla discount actually working. We'll quickly recap it a little bit, and then we'll look at the inventory charts. And my question to you guys out there, are you buying right now? Is this discount enough for you to just go over the edge and go to your store? Did you already place an order last night? Did you go on these Tesla websites or Tesla inventory sites and find a vehicle, or even try to? Or are you still waiting? So before we get into it, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, but more on that later. So let's take a look. Let's take a look. So to quickly recap, here is the discounts that came out yesterday. Shout out to Christopher Dungeon, full list of Tesla TSLA price cuts in the US. And the big shocker to me, I think, is the performance trims for the Model 3 and the Model Y. You can see right here, the Model 3 Performance got a $9,000 discount, and it now qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit, which is close to $16,000 off. The Model 3 standard range, great value, dollar for dollar car. I think this is the vehicle they should be getting, or they should be getting, but still on the fence. I get it. The used car market is going to take a dump very soon, but the Model 3 standard range now brings it to like a $36,000 brand new Tesla, which is incredible. Model Y long range, the sad and shocker of this all, because I know a lot of people watch this channel and a lot of people took delivery of the Model Y long range. The Model Y long range got a $13,000 discount yesterday, going from $66,000 down to $53,000, and then you get the $7,500 tax credit if you are eligible. It's almost like $20,000, or it's a over $20,500 discount from yesterday's price to today. And then the Model Y Performance, another $13,000 discount. That, of course, this one doesn't qualify for the tax credit, but at $57,000, that's the cheapest, lowest range price that's ever been in the history of Tesla selling Tesla Model Y Performances that it's ever been. So absolutely insane. Of course, then, Model S and X, the $10,000, $21,000. I mean, actually, now that I'm looking at the Plaid having a $21,000 drop for the Model S Plaid, that's actually pretty crazy. And the Model X Plaid, another $20,000. I feel like they could have gotten a little bit more crazier there, because now there's only a $10,000 difference, give or take, for the Model X Plaid from the Model X long range to Plaid, and then there's a $20,000 difference for the Model S to the Model S Plaid. But crazy discounts across the board. Are you placing an order? Did you find a vehicle? Did you go to the Tesla websites and put your name on it? That's my question to you all. But this is what we came to figure out, and this is what we are trying to see that's out there. is this actually working? So shout out to mattjung.net, tesladata.mattjung.net. Here is the graph, the chart that he tracks, or they track the inventory charts for across the country. And yesterday we had 2,604 vehicles, and then we had a slight dip down to 2429. I think this data refreshes like once a day, so we'll probably see more of a decrease even tomorrow. But jumping down to the Model Y, we can see, we hit an all-time record high, I guess, essentially, of inventory in the beginning, and now we're slowing to come down. So it looks like this discount is actually working. Jumping to the Model 3, it also had a slight dip down as well. So over this weekend, it is, a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of deliveries and sales this weekend. So maybe there's going to be a lot of people going to Tesla stores, maybe checking them out, maybe trying to take delivery, putting their name on them. So it's definitely going to be a very interesting week as we get close to that earnings call. You got to remember, the earnings call is on January 25th. So that's like we're about a week or so, give or take, or maybe a little bit over a week from there. But shout out to 4X mil-mile battery, Ryan. He actually tracks a lot of this himself, and you can see a quote right here. Here's a really cool tweet. Update: 16 hours after the Tesla USA cuts, inventory is still dropping. Even after a small inventory dispatch, now officially under 1,700 vehicles and down 2,800 units, or 60% since the announcement. So it seems like this discount's working, and it makes sense, right? Like, when you have such a shocker like this, I had no idea that this is definitely out of the range that I thought was even possible for the Model 3 and the Model Y. Like, even if you look at the history charts, it was certainly a shocker to me. I mean, if everybody that watched the stream yesterday, you heard me say multiple times, like, there's no way this is true. They must have had their website hacked or something. I kept refreshing because it seemed like an April Fool's or something, but it's absolutely insane that they were able to go this crazy. And here's another tweet I found. This might be pretty interesting to some of you, but Mars blog, if you follow him on Twitter, he is a pretty avid Tesla tweeter. I don't know if he's like, I feel like half of his tweets are trolly, but some of them are real, and it's like a mix and blend, so I can't really tell what's actually real. But he just tweeted this. Sources, quote, sources say these Tesla price cuts will not last. Act accordingly. So I'm not sure if, he just tweeted this like 30 minutes ago. Like, I don't know what his sources actually are, but I also had an inkling as well that these price cuts might not be all the way where they want to be, but temporarily, or might not last, could be as long as March, because that seems to be when more clarification of the IRS or Treasury cut will come, Treasury will come out with more indication. So it might last until March, but at the same time, Tesla might not Tesla, IRS and Treasury might come out with more guidance that could kind of nuke this whole thing. It could be as early as, they say, March, but you never know. Maybe government sometimes works fast and sometimes they work slow. So of course, me, I put a poll on the channel. I wanted to see, I put this 19 hours ago, right after the discount came out, and I asked, so are you going to buy a Tesla now? Massive discounts. And 40% said yep, 17% not, still needs a lower price of another $3,000 to $4,000. I'm not sure, how low they could even go, but it's not out of the range of possibility. Elon has, said that he prefers volume over margin. So this could be just the beginning. We don't know. And 9% said maybe, 25% already did. I mean, it's definitely a roller coaster. I can feel you guys for sure. Like, I actually just bought a Tesla literally a week ago, and I was questioning myself too when I saw those discounts, so, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. There's only so much you can do. You can only just enjoy the car in good health and move on and enjoy the car. So 25% already did, and then 9% said let's see the results and subs. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff out there. I know a lot of people are probably still on the fence. They want to see it even lower. I mean, I feel like there's a huge camp out there that also is, feels slighted about this. That's why, yesterday we created the hashtag Tesla refund to, see if we could get some traction on that, because, I feel like Tesla should do something. Like, of course, maybe not, money back, or maybe instill a price protection, or just I feel like something is really easy that could be a win-win for Tesla is free or temporarily free full self-driving. Like, it doesn't cost them, or at least I don't think it costs them a lot of money to do that. And it gives people the experience of, this even more technology. And let's say you give it to them for a year, or give it to people for a year, they get used to it. They like these features, and then they might be on the hook a year or two after to actually pay for the subscription or pay for the $15,000. But who knows? Maybe full self-driving will be a completely different story. So I think that's a great idea, and maybe Tesla in America will go on and up, because I'm 99.99% sure there is going to be some sort of class action lawsuit. Who knows if it actually gets, teeth and footing, because, it might not work. But at the same time, we have no idea at the end of the day. But thanks for watching this video. I'm going to jump into some of the comments, and then we'll go into our next segment. We're going to keep the stream going, and then we'll talk about the second thing that I want to talk about, because I think I'm going to keep it going each time instead of ending it and then starting a new one, and then I'll just like chop it up in the end. But we'll jump into some comments really quick. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel, and there's a variety of benefits, but some of those benefits include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price, including a credit union on that list that has interest rates in the 3%. So definitely check it out if you're interested. But just being here, watching, subscribing goes a long way. So I definitely thank you all for that. All right, so let's jump into the comments. Toppy, are you okay? I'm like seeing stuff here. It's like crazy. I hope you're feeling well. Sanchez, yeah, Matt took delivery. Yeah, any just possible refund of some sort? No, I haven't seen anything. Tesla has not been good about that at all. Alexis, used Model 3 counts over 300 EVCPO. Yes, it was 150. Yeah, I think I'm going to do a video about the used market, because it seems like there's a lot more headlines, and a lot of people are talking about that. Like, now that Tesla has discounted the new side substantially like this, when will the used car market react to it? And I'd probably give it a week or so at this point, especially as we get near the end of January towards end of months. Dealerships still have to hit their numbers. People want to get it off their books, or if they have loans on it. So definitely a good timing. Yang, yo, welcome. RL Photography, hey, welcome. Ridwan, soon going to see used Model 3s going at around 25,000. Yeah, that's the sweet spot though. I think it will hold there for a long time, just because of that used electric vehicle tax credit for $4,000. So I think it will just stay around there for sure. Alexis, no price drops yet on UC. Now that I want to see, hey, just start lowballing. It's just a click of a button, right? A couple clicks and you can get an offer in. And then if they, the worst they can say is no, right? And then at the end, and go after some of those private sellers as well. Rajesh, even I wanted to check this by seeing the inventory charts, but I don't know the website. You see it? Can you post the link here? Yeah, here we go. I'll post the link right in time for you. Alexis, did I eat dinner already? Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe later for sure. We'll eat some dinner. That's fair. Wong James, I just cooked delivery December 19th. Yeah, I feel for you. That's for sure. Tony, welcome. Picking up tomorrow morning, Model 3 long range. Congrats. You upgraded from a stand range to a long range. Very, very nice. That's the question. I wonder, now that this tweet has come out that the discounts won't last too long. I mean, now the question is, how long is that just because there was a lot of speculation in December that they were just using that discount to clear inventory because of USS parking sensors and all that stuff. But are they doing it again to do that? And are they just going to have I don't know if they could keep doing this, like these roller coaster of a price, ups and downs. Like, people are just going to not want to buy Teslas, because if it yo-yos way too much like that, there's just no buyer confidence at all at that point. So I'm not sure if that's a good strategy, but at the end of the day, who knows? Yes, I ordered my Model Y last night. It was delivered today. I love it. Oh, wow, Melody. Wow, that's a crazy turnaround. So now I'm curious, what is the turnaround right now? Because if you order it, I've been telling people hey, I wouldn't order it, find an inventory vehicle. But if the order to delivery is very quick, then maybe there is no reason to be worried about that. Tappy and Eddie, we need even more discounts. We need Model Y to be 30K. Yeah, maybe one day, maybe the Model Y will come down to that level, and they'll come out with the Model Z or something like that. Something that's a little bit in between the X and the Y, or XYZ, or it would be, what would it be? Yeah, Z, right? I guess. Any chance, Francisco, any chance Tesla will respond to those just taking delivery in 2022? No, I don't think so. Happy Hippo, welcome to stream. Rajesh, ready? No, waiting to match with prices in China. Yeah, that would be absolutely insane. Tap you going to an ER. What the heck? Jeez, I hope you're okay. Melody, I also got Model Y on December 14th. I'm not mad. I paid more for it. Okay, so you kind of balance yourself out then. One there. I've even thought about it, like maybe I should just get another one for the tax credit. I don't know. Maybe not. That's a waste. Rico took deliveries towards December 16. Could have a Plaid at those prices. Sucks. Yeah, it's crazy that, I mean, I feel like Tesla will respond to this, but at the same time, who knows, right? But it might be good PR. I mean, Elon's already commented on it, and he like said something about like, what did he say? He said, prices go up, prices go down. Our customer is going to pay us more when the prices go up, and of course we wouldn't. A Model 3 should be $39,998. Yeah, I agree. Like it should be as cheap as possible so more people can buy the Tesla. That's for sure. Thank God I didn't take delivery in December. Yeah, we were feeling, it was a roller coaster. That's for sure. Wonder if I can return and repurchase the vehicle I only purchased less than 2 weeks ago. No, I don't think that I don't think that will actually work. Yeah, Happy Himbo, I'm definitely shocked as well. But you don't qualify for tax credit. So then that's at the end of the day, you were able to finance, I guess you're able to get the vehicle and you got a good rate. So, I mean, even like now labor credit union is like way even higher. So who knows? It's kind of like it's tomato at the end of the day, balanced, I would say. Well, one thing goes up and then one thing goes down. That's for sure. But yeah, all right. So let's see. Do you think he will address it on the earnings call? Yes, I think he will get grilled and asked about it. That's for sure. They're going to get grilled about the $7,500 discount in December, and then they're going to be grilled about why the heck did you discount so much in January instead of like maybe going slower? Because, if you've been watching the channel, we know that I've been speculating that they would go, $1,000 to $2,000 at a time, maybe $2,000 to $3,000 at a time, but to go $15,000, $13,000 all at once, that's absolutely insane. Happy about. I'm shocked and surprised. It sucks that what they're doing to the current customers who bought as late as yesterday, not to mention Q4. Yeah, it definitely sucks. That's why I think they should give some sort of program, give them something, give full self-driving or enhanced autopilot or something, some sort of subscription, like a 1-year trial, 2-year trials, or maybe even supercharger models, like anything, something that like gives them a little bit. But I can certainly see why that could, go down like a weird rabbit hole or something, or maybe they don't want to like give in because then they have to like give in again or something like that. Who knows? But all right, so yeah, that was my first video. We're just gonna keep the stream running a little bit. Let's switch back to the let's see what's the next thing I'm gonna talk about today. The second thing, so we talked about, is the massive discount actually working? We looked at the inventory charts, seems to be trending down, and with this tweet, how the discount might actually not even be lasting too long, then hopefully more people take advantage of it and more, volume. But maybe, it'd be crazy if they only keep this for like a month or so, or maybe even a few weeks. That would definitely suck. That's for sure. So the second thing we're going to talk about today, and welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to another video. And the next thing we're going to talk about is which Tesla vehicles actually qualify for the tax credit, specifically the Model 3 and the Model Y. I'm going to make a video that's kind of clarifying which of those vehicles actually qualify and like how you can build them to like what price cap. It seems clear as day, but some people need kind of that hand-holding, that's for sure, to build through the Model 3s and the Model Ys. And I'm going to build them exactly how I would choose them. So if you're just jumping in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just getting really good financing on your Tesla. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description if you want to support the channel and maybe even schedule a call with me, but more on that later. All right, so let's take a look at this. So the tax credit, if you don't know, is is valued at $7,500, and you actually don't get it point of sale line for line at the price at the purchase of the vehicle. You get it when you file for your taxes in 2024. And so there's a couple of stipulations with this. The easy way to kind of sum it up is if you're single, you have to make less than 150. If you're married, less than 300,000. And if you're a W2 employee and you make above $70,000, then you're going to basically pay about $7,500 in federal income tax, and you get that right back at the end when you file in 2024, like January or February, something like that. So the question is now, there's a short period of time right now in which the Model 3, the Model 3 and the Model Y qualify for the tax credit. Only those two vehicles, but only in certain trims. So the trims that qualify, so we'll go through the Model 3 first, is the Model 3 Standard Range, full $7,500, and the Model 3 Performance, full $7,500, and the elusive, weird, mysterious Model 3 Long Range, also at $7,500. If you're curious what the price of the Model 3 Long Range is, it starts at $49,990. And if you want to buy a Model 3 Standard Long Range, you have to go to sites like Waiting for Tesla or even Tesla.com. Shout out to Waiting for Tesla. They're a great third-party site that aggregates all the inventory on Tesla.com. Sorry, I left that comment up there. That aggregates all the inventory on Tesla.com, and you can basically see what vehicles are around you that actually exist with a VIN that are going to an actual dealership, Tesla store, and then you can try and put your name on it, put a deposit on it, and all that stuff. So you can see right here, here's one for $49,990. I click down to reserve. It's going to take me exactly to the Tesla.com website, and then I put my name and deposit on it. But the key thing here is that whichever Tesla that you build or buy, it has to be less with options and everything, colors, interior colors, and all that stuff. It has to be less than $55,000. So if you go with the Model 3 Performance, which shocker to me, like I'm still confused and don't understand how they even or why they even brought the Model 3 Performance under $55,000. But it really goes to show that they really want these sales. They want to take market share from all the competitors, maybe because they lost market share on the electric market. So they're just like, let's take that right back. So Model 3 Performance at $40,54, you really can only, just do $1,000 paint and then that's it. So you can see at the bottom left, the cost of it is already up to $55,000. So you cannot go a penny more than that. You have to stay under there, and that's it. You can, though, add full self-driving and enhanced autopilot. I don't necessarily recommend it, but you can if you absolutely really want to. I mean, free enhanced autopilot, right? You get that $7,500 tax rate, and then bam, you get the $6,000 you can pay for it. But I don't recommend that. I don't recommend either of these. I'd rather you pay for the subscription, and then if you really still want it, then go ahead and purchase it. But so that's really it. The long range, you can't build it, but if you find one on waitingfortesla.com that's a MSRP of under $5,500, then you're good to go and you qualify for the $7,500. So if I were to buy Model 3 today, I would even go for the Performance or the long range at this point. I would just go for a Model 3 rear-wheel drive. I think it's not worth the $6,000 more for that extra amount of range. It's a perfect daily driver. I would get it in black, I think, because I've never had a black Tesla yet. I've always wanted one. I would get the 18-inch rims because it's rotatable. It's not staggered. It's square setup, and it's the most comfiest. I would try and get the white interior if possible, because I've also never had white interior. I really wanted white interior, and that is it. So my MSRP build would be $46,490. And then after the tax credit, which is $7,500, which of course you don't get line for line off the price of the vehicle, but you get it back when you file for your taxes. So my price would be $38,990, unless you use financing partners like Tenet, where you can defer $7,500 of the loan all the way to the end. Link down below in the description. You can check it out. Thank you to Tenet for sponsoring. But that gives you a lower monthly payment if you really want a lower monthly payment. So that's the TLDR in the Model 3. We can jump to the Model Y now if I can figure out where I'm clicking. So jumping to the Model Y, it's a little bit more weirder and trickier, that's for sure. You got the Model Y long range at $52,990. As you can tell, the key thing here is your vehicle price, the MSRP, can, with options, paint or whatever cannot be above $55,000. So the Model Y long range doesn't really have too much room here. So you could just maybe do a paint color, maybe do the interior color, and that is basically it. If you go 7 seats, then, well, actually, if you have the 7 seats, you get pushed up to that $80K price point because the 7 seat is for some reason qualified as an SUV. So if you go 7 seats, you can do whatever you want at the end of the day with all the different options. But if you stay in the 5 seats, you have to be under $55,000. So the really thing is, if you go to inductions, you can only really do a couple combinations of this. But if I were to buy it, this is what I would do. Model Y Performance is out. You cannot get it, so don't even worry about it. And I also wouldn't recommend it. I have had a Model Y Performance. I actually had a Model 3 Performance, Stealth, and a Model Y Performance, and I would not get a Performance on either of the trims ever again. I would go Model Y Long Range. I would go black interior. This is tough because now it puts us over 1,500, so I feel like I'm forced to get blue interior at this point, and then I would go with the white interior to kind of keep it under 55, and the blue is also really nice. I would either do that or I would go with free white paint, save $1,000, and I would pay $2,000 to wrap the car in some crazy color or whatever, maybe like, chalk gray or chalk white gray or something like that. If you haven't seen that, that's a pretty sick color. I think it was really nice. But the catch here is, and it's not posted on here for some reason, just like how the Model 3 long range is this elusive vehicle, there is a Model Y standard range. And so the Model Y standard range you can actually get, it actually does exist. So shout out to Waiting for Tesla again. Go to their website, filter it down to Model Y all-wheel drive, and this is where you can find one that's available, that you just have to figure out where you're at. You can sort it by state or location and then figure out, and this one you get a little bit more flexible room because the Model Y standard range I believe is $50,990, so $2,000 less. So I'm not sure if that's as much value. I would still go for the long range if possible because it's only $2,000. But if you're really just going for like a specific build with whatever, then yeah, you could go down to 50,000, an all-wheel drive at 50,990, and then get the white interior with the tow hitch, with the inductions and all that stuff, and you still probably would be okay. So here's an option right here: silver with black interior, 20-inch induction rims, and it's 53,990. So it qualifies for the $7,500 tax credit. And that's it. I mean, let me know if I've missed anything there. That's pretty much the tax credit, which Tesla vehicles qualify for the tax credit in a nutshell. Which one would you do? Are you shopping right now? Are you buying? Are you on the hunt? Are you looking? Shout out to Waiting for Tesla again. Definitely check them out. It's an easy site to navigate and figure out which vehicles are actually out there. I mean, but there's the other pro tip is just talking to a Tesla advisor near you at a local store, going in or calling them, or getting on the chat feature. They're actually pretty helpful. I tried it myself, and they were able to find vehicles that I didn't see, or maybe I just was too lazy or something like that. But yeah, jumping into some comments and some questions. The detonation fee increase, the destination, yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, we'll jump to some more comments and questions. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where actually you can join and support the channel. And there's a variety of different benefits, including actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join my Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. So definitely check out if you're interested, down below in the description. But yeah, destination fee increase. They did a couple sleight of hands. Destination fee increase. What else? The paint color for silver is now $1,000. It used to be free, and that's it. The other thing I wanted to check, that it was the same yesterday, but last time they did stuff like this, they increased the financing rate. But nope, so still 5.34%. But which reminds me, I need to make an updated financing video, because now I feel like there's a ton of people back into the market now because of these crazy discounts. And so there's probably a lot of people searching like, how do we get the best deal? How do we get the best financing? Help me, help me, help me. That's for sure. All right, so let's jump in some of the comments and some questions. Let's see. Happy people. They need to do something to keep their customers from jumping ship onto the next EV purchase. That's a that's a great valid point, and that's why I certainly think they should do full self-driving, free autopilot, or even just free Tesla supercharging. But take it from me. Like I've had 3 Teslas so far, and I love trying different cars and experiencing them. I've gotten very close to buying other EVs like the Ioniq 5. I do have an order for a Rivian, but I double think myself because it's hard to own a different EV that's not a Tesla because of the Tesla supercharging network. And so until they open up that Tesla supercharging network to other EVs with the CCS plug and all that stuff, it's going to be tough. Like we like to go on road trips. We do go on road trips, and experiencing Tesla supercharging and just driving up, plugging in, and then done and charging, versus like I've got friends with Polestars. They fiddle there, they sit there, they try and start it on the app, and then like 5 minutes later it doesn't even work still, or they plug in and they walk away and they come back in 30 minutes later and nothing has happened, no charge or anything like that. So it's part of the experience, and that's why Tesla is kind of leading right now, because they have the full circle ecosphere. Paul, welcome to the stream, welcome to the video. I had a friend text me and I showed him how to get the last Model Y in Tampa. They were more, but they were over 55K. Ooh, yeah. So then does that qualify for the tax credit? Because it seems like there's a standstill right now on Model Y inventory, because all the vehicles that were under 55K that qualify for the tax credit sold. Man, that friend probably just doesn't care about the tax credit. That makes sense. Alexis, Dennis buying a second Tesla tonight. Yeah, that'd be funny, right? Just to have, I don't even know. We don't need it, but I just love good deals. That's why, that's my mission statement for this channel. I want to make sure everybody gets a good deal on a Tesla, to be informed with financing options and stuff like that, because, Teslas are good cars, great cars out there, efficient cars. And so just experiencing it is a different way to do it. Arturo, I'm thinking about joining your Patreon just to see if you can actually get your $250 refunded. Yeah, just, so to give you my backstory, I've had 2 orders on the queue, and I had 2 deposits. I was able to get both of them back, and through going through a certain process. It's not really that hard, but if you just join at the lowest level and send me a DM, the reason why I don't make a video about it, because I don't want this method out there, because it's just not good if everybody knows how to do it. But if you join, just send me a DM on the Patreon thing, and I'll tell you exactly how I did it. Chris, hi Dennis. If I finance with Tesla, can I put more money in the middle of the loan to make capital less? Yes, you can always prepay more on loans. It doesn't matter at the end of the day. And I've done it. Like if I've got extra money for whatever reason, or I feel more generous to pay off a loan, I can, throw more at the end of the day as well. Oh yeah, it's like excited to write the article. Yeah, I've actually got your article pulled up here. When I was gonna talk about it. Now that I think about it, maybe I should have talked about it last. I should have talked about if the discount is working, but maybe on the next video. That's for sure. Claudia, do you think delivery day in February or March is realistic? I wouldn't not gamble on that at all. And that's actually going to be the next video I'm going to talk about. So we'll just roll right into that. Can I negotiate on a demo vehicle? No, unfortunately not. They do not move at all. Yes, please. I'm stuck trying to become a member after paying the $35 as a Tenet customer. Yeah. Can you give more info and give back? Is it 100%? No, nothing is ever 100%. That's why I feel like that's for sure. Dennis Live has become part of my nightly routine. Thank you. Thank you for joining in. Thanks for jumping in. I hope we got some good content here, good information. Let's see. Did Hippo say anything? I want to make sure I got to get the long range. You'll be happier. Yeah, long range, it's nicer. That's for sure. Like peace of mind, especially if you drive if you drive more than an hour to 2 hours a day, then long range 100%. Or you're just gonna be stuck at superchargers a lot at the end of the day. Michael, thanks for the super chat. Elon said when prices go down, people who already bought want the lower price, but when prices go up, who already bought don't want to send Tesla a check. Yeah, exactly. That's what he said. And I mean, no, we won't. But we should get something. If you drop the price on us 20K, that's what I would say. Shoot. I mean, yes, I completely agree. We're not going to pay if you drop a price $1,000 to $2,000, but if you drop it $13,000 plus the $7,500 tax credit, people are going to be upset. Like that's just what it is at the end of the day. But I completely get it, ish, something like that. Yeah. But welcome to the stream. Welcome to another video. If you're just jumping in, my name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on a Tesla at the best possible price, or just really good financing. So if you're interested in any of that, please hit that subscribe. And today Today, the last topic we are going to talk about is do not order a Tesla. If you're trying to buy one, do this instead. So I'm going to go through some quick tips because there's a lot of information out there, and I just don't want what could happen to you actually happen, because there, with this whole rush of people trying to buy vehicles, delivery date's going to get pushed, or maybe they won't. We don't know, but I'm just trying to think worst case scenario. So I'm going to give you what I would do on how to secure and buy a Tesla today, unless you've already been reached out by a Tesla delivery specialist and they said you can pick one up tomorrow, then don't listen to any of the advice that I'm about to go over. But this is what I would do. So let's get into the video on that. So this is what I would do. So basically, right now with all this crazy stuff going on with this discounts across the board, the key thing to look at here is the estimated delivery date of January to February. This could easily go up as this becomes more known that these discounts have been substantial. So this could easily get pushed past March. So do not place an order on a Tesla website on just a blank order like this, because the worst thing that can actually happen to you is your order would get pushed to March. And then who knows what happens with the Treasury and the IRS. They could release more guidance that could nuke the 7,500, or you maybe even not necessarily nuke it, but bring it down to 3,750, because it's broken into two parts, 3,750 and 3,750, depending on the production of the vehicle and also where the battery components are produced. And then the other 3,750 is where the critical battery minerals are sourced from. And for a while, the Model Y and the Model 3 was rumored to only get half of that tax credit. But because there was a delay from the IRS and the Treasury in releasing guidance all the way to March of 2023, that's why we're in this weird frenzy right now where the Model 3 and the Model Y now qualify for this $7,500 tax credit. And so now with yesterday's news of Tesla basically putting Model Y and Model 3 on clearance, there potentially could be a rush. And actually, they'd already changed a little bit, right? Like this used to be January to February. Now it's January to March, if I'm not mistaken. And so this could get you, if you put an order on the Tesla website, a normal order, they could potentially say, hey, you're not going to get your car until March. Or if there's a lot of orders that come into the queue, hey, you're not going to get your vehicle all the way until April. So there's too much risk. I'd rather you do this. Go to waitingfortesla.com, a third-party aggregator site. Say shout out to them. Find a vehicle that you're interested in. Find one that's local to you by putting in your location here and figure out which one fits your build. Try not to be as picky, because the goal is to try and take delivery this month or even early February, because who knows what could happen. Yes, the IRS and Treasury has come out and said that they're going to announce something in March of 2023, but who knows, right? They could do it earlier, they could do it later. So I just don't like that type of anxiousness, I guess. I'd rather try and lock something down, take delivery next week. And the other thing is that, goes with that is that, interest rates and all these things through credit unions and low interest rates are low now. Who knows if they could go up in the future. So my advice is go to waitingfortesla.com, shout out to them, find a vehicle that you're interested in and lock a vehicle down. Hopefully that advice makes sense. Hopefully, it's something that you're interested in doing. But that's the question, right? Are people actually buying? We haven't seen too much of a estimated delivery date change, but it's only been 24 hours at this point. So it really goes to show maybe there was more Tesla inventory out there that was hidden or that was not shown at all. I mean, we know Tesla likes to manipulate inventory counts. So whoa. What the heck? Okay, so for sure there was a lot more inventory out there that Tesla was hiding, maybe. That's a lot of Model Ys. So if you can't look and see, this is US specific, and that red line is Model Y inventory. The blue line is Model 3 at 662. And the Model Y is 1,055 vehicles. So now we kind of see some more on why we can see now why Tesla actually released this discount. They just want to go for a high impact, high sales, and go straight to the bottom line. That's for sure. All right, so let's take a look at Paul Foss's article. I thought I had it up. What the heck? But anyways, yeah, it was a pretty interesting article. It basically, Paul is coming out and saying that Tesla could be. Oh yeah, I did have it up. It was like right here or something. Tesla could be the top U.S. seller by the end of the year because they're kind of deploying. They're putting their money where their mouth is, or their mouth where their money is. Basically saying, Elon wants volume over margin, so he's gonna go. He wants to basically sell more than 1.4 million vehicles last year, right? And they want to eat everybody's lunch because it was crazy. So, okay, this is cool. So in like Q4 of 2022, Ford sold 459 vehicles, Toyota 456. And where's Tesla? 140? Okay, so that's not as crazy. Like Toyota, look at that, 456, Ford 459. But if they 4X or 3X in a quarter, maybe they can get there, but definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Seems like Tesla is, going ham, I guess, essentially, and really trying to, put their money where their mouth is and discount a ton of vehicles. Shout out to Paul for sending me this article and for writing and sending me the article. Definitely check it out if you're interested. I'll put it in the comments so you can take a look at it. But yeah, so I've had a bunch of other tweets here. We can kind of review them. So that was that one. This one was pretty interesting. Shout out to Christopher Dungeon. You can now buy a brand new Tesla electric vehicle in New Jersey for $30,000. Rear-wheel drive Model 3 is $43,990. Federal tax credit $7,500. New Jersey's tax credit $4,000. And this is the craziest thing in New Jersey: is no sales tax on electric vehicles. $32,500 flat. Like if you're in New Jersey, I mean, I feel like if I was in New Jersey, I would be buying Teslas left and right because no sales tax is huge. Like sales tax here is like 7, 8, 9%. Absolutely insane. Shout out to Christopher Dungeon for that crazy tweet. What else is there? Car dealership guy posted this. Tesla, quote, Tesla massive price cuts is a smart move by the company. It will capture more market share and stifle slow moving competition. Not an assessment of the stock. Will surely piss off a lot of recent Tesla buyers, that's for sure, but the right move in the long run. I'm not sure. I still think they could have played it a little bit more safe, like done like $3,000, $4,000 price discounts at a time, but definitely some crazy stuff. And I thought this tweet was interesting. Shout out to Doug Stecklane. The Biden administration attempted to bail out Legacy Auto has backfired. Price of a Ford Mach-E $63.5. Price of a Model Y $45.5. Definitely some crazy stuff. And then, of course, Alexis, this tweet was for you. I found it. Car dealership guy, Tesla fire sale at CarMax. You can see in the screenshot, $13,000 price drop, $10,000 price drop. Like they do not want to be sitting on this inventory at all. So they're like, let's match the Tesla pricing discounts. $13,000 price drop on a 2021 and another $13,000 price drop on a Tesla Model Y long range. I don't necessarily recommend buying Teslas or used Teslas from dealers, but, CarMax might be, well, actually, no, because I was going to say that, you could buy the CarMax warranty, which they have a good warranty program, but, Teslas are pretty bulletproof at the same time. And you still get the 10-year electric battery warranty on top, of course, the factory warranty and all that stuff. So definitely some pretty interesting stuff. My advice is, if you are interested in buying a Tesla, do not place an order on the Tesla website. Go to waitingfortesla.com, find a vehicle that you're interested, put your name on it, and so that you can try and take delivery ASAP. But we're going to jump into some of the comments and the questions. We'll see what's actually, what you guys are typing out there. But before we get into that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of those benefits actually include scheduling a call with me where you can ask me any questions one-on-one about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you schedule the call, you get a link to my buying guide, which has links to all the resources that I use to get the best possible deal at the best possible price. But you don't even have to do that if you don't want to. Just being here, liking the video, commenting, subscribing goes a long way. So I appreciate all of you and thank you for all of that. So let's jump into the comments. I know a lot of you are a buzz. Let's see what we got. Let me see. I don't know how far I can scroll up at this point, but I lost my lunch in December. Yeah, Dennis said it before. I had both parking sensors and lumbar support. Okay. That was the video that you actually gave me the idea for that. PPP, the 3 Ps: pricing, parking sensors, which we don't know when that's coming in. Maybe we'll get some more clarification on the earnings call about USS radar and all that stuff. But we'll see. Doug Nads. Elon should give free software boosts like FSD and Excel boost for people that bought in 2022. Yeah, I certainly think they should give like a subscription or something, because it's win-win. Because if people really like the vehicles, really like the subscription or the software, and you give them like a 2-year subscription or even 10,000 supercharger miles, it gets them into that ecosphere and all that stuff, and then they might be more inclined to maybe purchase it, and they get to feel good about that they didn't get slighted at the end of the day. Up, down, down. On the website it says order by, not pick up by. Are we sure that means that we need to have it delivered by March? Yes, 100%. This credit amount is effective for deliveries until March of 2023. So that's basically the reason that for my third segment of this video, do not place an order on Tesla's website. Do this instead. So yeah, definitely some, I just worst case scenario. I mean, maybe I'm speaking, I don't even need, because there's a lot of inventory that's come to the pipeline, I guess, or the website. So maybe Tesla just had a ton of vehicles just waiting and sitting and waiting. They didn't want to show it on the website. We know Tesla manipulates inventory on the website. So they're just waiting to see when they could, drop all of it ready to go. That's for sure. So maybe that's what they did. Maybe that was their strategy. Detective Pikachu, welcome. I'm honored. Tesla should give us free FSD and acceleration boost for all the people that ordered last month. Yes, I actually agree. But I agree in a sense they should give you a free subscription or free trial to it, like a year or 2 years. Why don't we just do it 2 years and call it a day? I feel like everybody should actually get a 1 month trial of it off the get-go, and then, but of course, just to like try it, because it's a big investment. $15,000, you don't even really know what you're buying. So I get it. Shane, it all comes down to how abused the battery has been with Tesla. Someone in 10 years is going to buy a Model Y for 15 and then have to spend another 15K to replace the battery. Well, hopefully at that point, Tesla will come out with some sort of replacement program or whatever to make it, maybe finance it within the loan or something, or within another loan. So hopefully it makes a lot of sense. Yob Choi, I've already ordered from Tesla. Can I get a $250 refunded? Yes, it's possible, but not from Tesla. Like they're not going to just give you your money back if you ask. Is it cheaper to order from the Tesla website? No, it's the same price. Whether it's Tesla website or waiting for Tesla, they're all links to Tesla at the end, so you can actually get the vehicle 100%. The problem in my area is that not much available on the waiting for Tesla site. Yeah, so if that's the case, then put a deposit. That's the only really thing that you can do. And then just what I would do is the same strategies that we talked about in December. Go to the dealer. Go to the Tesla store. Have a, talk to them. Try and ask them to see what vehicles are in the pipeline on the way, so that they can put your name on that vehicle and that has a VIN. Or call them, get them on the chat and all that stuff, so that you can basically, the whole point is to try and secure a vehicle that has a VIN, because once it's a VIN, it's 2 to 3 weeks out, maybe even a month out at that point. Should I buy in February just in case things change in March? Yeah, that's why I would say if you absolutely want a Tesla right now, you're 100% gung-ho, you love the discount and all that stuff, then I would try and buy one ASAP, not even wait till February, because who knows what's going to happen in March, that's for sure. Happy about by decreasing the price so much, the values of Teslas are plummeting. Yes, that's for sure on the used side. And well, I guess on the new side too. For a while we weren't able to buy a Tesla and flip them anymore. We're going really knee jerk back into when you buy a car, it loses 10 to 20% when you drive on the lot. It's really going to lose more. I mean, I've always thought like if I could buy a car, like any of the cars that I've owned, and I can lose, because I've always thought like I'm going to lose money no matter what. And for a while in my earlier years, I leased cars and I would pay $600 to $700 a month and just straight loss of money because it's leasing essentially. And I would never buy the car at the end. So I always thought if I could buy a car, own the car, drive it, experience it, and lose anywhere from $600 to $800 a month, I'm okay with it, because that's basically the cost of experiencing it, owning it, and having fun, I guess. Well, no, fun for me for sure, and owning a car like that. So that's for sure. Steve's American Road Trips, welcome. Yeah, my Model 3 performance has depreciated by $20,000 in 22 months, and the Model 3 out the door was $70,000. Yeah, my friend, I feel you. My friend actually just sold his Model 3 Performance. It was a 2020 Model 3 Performance. It had 16,000 miles. That's it. And he sold it for $43,000. Like in the summertime, that was probably a $56,000 car. And now it's $10,000 less. So prices go up, prices goes down. And that's the funny thing. Like, well, maybe it's not funny, but I was like thinking about this earlier today and I made a tweet. Maybe you'll think it's, funny, but because I'm also a Tesla stock owner, and I do I've lost quote unquote lost. Not sure what's worse, buying Tesla stock. Not sure what's worse, buying Tesla stock June of 2022 or buying a new Model Y last June of 2022. Because back in June, if you were to just go in, put a deposit down or buy one off the inventory, it was $65,990. And of course, now we all know what the price is today. So I'm not sure what's what. I mean, of course, Tesla stock has probably gone a lot lower, but it's definitely some interesting stuff. But thanks for watching these videos. Thanks for jumping in on the streams. It's been crazy. It's been a crazy 2 days. Like I had friends. I've had people that have scheduled a call with me. I've had, Patreon members, of course, messaging me, asking me what's the move here, what to do. There's still ways to get a slightly better deal. Of course, there's ways to get better financing than Tesla financing. And I would say if you're on the West Coast side, you have a better chance of taking delivery, ASAP. But if you're on like the East Coast side, the South, or further away from the factories, then you have less chance. But you still should be okay. We're pretty early on. If the IRS and the Treasury follow their guidance for releasing their guidance in March, then we absolutely should be okay. So here's another update from 4X mil mile battery. Nearly 24 hours after Tesla price cuts, inventory is still dropping. U.S. inventory is under 1,500 vehicles and down 3,000 units or sold 70%. So to answer the question, is the discount working? It seems like it is. That's for sure. But thanks for watching these videos. Please hit that like if you enjoy it. I'm probably going to sign off now. Thanks for watching. Thank you to everybody hitting the like button. Thank you for all the comments. Appreciate all of you. Thanks, and have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Hopefully you guys will have some fun and relaxing time. I'll be back tomorrow. Probably earlier in the day because it's a Saturday, so I can get to the streams. It's probably better for the East Coast side as well. But thanks for watching. Please hit that like if you enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.